Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Chase here at Rocky Mountain. Thank you so much for joining us today, and say hello to the latest boot in the Leatt lineup. This is their 6.5. They've been talking about this boot for a while. I've been hearing about it. It has finally come to market. Now, there's a few things about the 6.5 that I just want to bring up right up front. So you're going to look at this, and if you look, and a lot of people are going to compare the 6.5 to the 5.5, which is totally fine. There is a price difference. You do go up a little bit in price to the 6.5. When I was talking to the people at Leatt, there's a couple of things that they brought up. They said, one, yes, this is a premium option, but it's not to replace the 5.5, and it's not to necessarily be more protective or a better option than the 5.5. It really just sits beside it, but there are some major differences. This is not just a 5.5 and then they slapped on a traditional stitched on sole. It is a completely different boot, and I will do my best in this video to explain to you why you would want to go with maybe the 6.5 or go with the 5.5. I've spent a lot of time in the 5.5 riding, so I'll give you my personal feedback. I've not got to ride in the 6.5, but I wanted to get good rider feedback, so I actually got Chris Kiefer to chime in because he has spent a lot of time already in this boot with the development, so he gave me some of his feedback and some of the differences between this and the 5.5 that I'll share with you as well. But as I go through and I talk about it, please, if I don't answer your question, leave those down below. We will get those answered. But let me just say this, the two key things right off the bat that I feel are going to be the two deciding factors between the 6.5 and the 5.5 are the fit and what they're calling their lifelong ride kit. This is the first boot to market that I've seen, I'm going to show you this now, that comes with a few things. First, it will come with a full set, so full set of extra straps, full set of extra buckles, and you have the little eyelets that the straps go into. It will come with a replacement set of your steel toe caps, and you get replacement soles. This is the lifelong ride kit. This all will come included when you buy a pair of these boots. So obviously that is where you're seeing some of that additional cost. So for riders that want the most longevity out of the boots, this is going to be the option. And I'll get to more of the sole here in just a little bit, but I do know that this is a Goodyear rubber. It is very durable, meant to last a very long time. And again, you have a replacement sole. There is a trade-off to this sole material that I'll bring up here in just a little bit. But again, if you're looking for the most longevity, if you're hard on soles and you just want to have it, this is awesome. And here's another great reason why this is so cool, is because when you go with the 5.5, that has a bonded sole, just like a lot of other motocross boots. If you have the 5.5, yes, they do offer replacement soles, but here's the process when you need to replace that. You're going to contact Leatt. They're going to sell you a sole. There's only a few places, they said, in the US that can replace that sole for them. And so they're going to sell you the sole, ship it to you, and then they're going to tell you to ship your boots off to a third party who will then replace those soles and then send them back. So it's definitely a lot more work. You're going to be without your boots for a while to get that bonded sole replaced. But with these, you can go to just any shoe cobbler, should be able to take your boots and put this new sole on there. It's pretty cool that they're doing that. The other major change that I would bring out is going to be with the fit. The 6.5 does have a wider fit in the toe box area. So it's nice and snug in the ankle. That's one thing that I like about the 5.5, and the 6.5 is honestly, I think maybe even a little bit better in this category, where when I put this on and I strapped everything down, my ankle felt very, very secure. I felt very comfortable, very protected with these on. So they got a lot of memory foam in the ankle, so everything there was good. They have a little, it feels like a suede material down in the heel just to prevent your heel from lifting up, which is awesome. But I noticed right away two things is one, the toe box, plenty of width. For riders with wider feet, it's fine. The 5.5, I don't have any really issues with the width in the toe box, and I've got a pretty wide foot. Where I noticed the most difference is in the arch. On the 5.5, I have a really flat foot. And so for me, the 5.5, it's got a lot of arch support. So with that boot, when I wore it for long periods of time, I'd start to get a little bit of an ache in the arch of my foot just because it was just pressing up on there pretty firm. This is a little bit flatter in the sole. So to me, it was just more comfortable everywhere. A little bit wider in the toe box, not so aggressive with the arch support, and the ankle felt really locked in. So those were the major differences in the fit that I noticed. And Kiefer also kind of reiterated that. He just felt like this thing really does a phenomenal job of hugging the ankle, feeling supportive, and feeling very protective. Don't forget, we do have our fit guarantee. If you get these or any boot that we sell, if you don't like how they fit, send it back to us, brand new, unused condition. So put them on in your house. Don't go riding it. Don't go stand and move around on the foot pegs and scuff them up, but just put them on, wear them for a while, and make sure there's no hot spots or no pinch points you feel are going to be bad. And if they're not right, if you need to go up or down in size, send them back. We'll give you free shipping on that first exchange so you get the size and the fit that is going to be best for you. All right, so some other things that I noticed right away putting these on, like I talked about the protection, and I'm going to reiterate that multiple times, I'm sure, just because these things are built very well. You know, when you look at it, when you feel how they're built, they just feel like they are going to last you a very long time. Lots of hard plastic here on the toe box. You know, one thing about these two to be mindful of is the break-in period. The 5.5 is a pretty stiff boot. These are also out of the box very stiff. These are up there with the Alpine Stars Tech 10 or the Gaerne SG12 or SG22. So they are going to be a bit to break in. So that's just something to remember. So when you first put them on, you're going to think, holy cow, that's a stiff boot. You just got to give it a little bit of time. They're going to break in. But you have all this hard plastic here over top of the toe box. That wraps around here to the inside of the foot. And then when you look at their ankle pivot system, it's a dual pivoting system just to help keep that boot in the correct location when you're bending that ankle, but that's going to also add to a lot of support. So they're still using their flex lock technology in here. On the 5.5, it's a little bit different. So if you've seen that boot or if you've watched that video I've done, they have a little red insert that you can actually interchange to stiffen up the lateral rigidity and stiffness of the boot. This doesn't have that to where you can interchange it, but they're still utilizing that inside the ankle, and it's just there to help give as much support and reduce the amount of flex side to side in the ankle, and that's also going to help protect your knees as well. So they're still utilizing that flex lock. It's just not on this. You just can't interchange it like you could with the 5.5. Now, as you work your way up, again, we got the 4 buckles. So similar buckle design as the 5.5. We already talked about the replaceable parts for everything. Now, with these, I do notice when I snap these down, a more positive snap. So when those are locked down, they're staying put. And Chris Kiefer also mentioned this too. He said that these, you know, even when they're packed up with mud, they stay down better. So he's not worried about these buckles getting popped up, you know, if they do pack up with mud. So again, snap down. These are aluminum buckles or metal buckles. Again, very heavy duty. They feel really good. And I just like how positive that snap is. If I open this up, get to the inside here. So big old hard plastic shin plate, but then they have their slide lock cuff, which they use on the 5.5 and the 4.5, which I think is great. So the way this works, it's basically kind of a one-directional Velcro. So when you go to put the boot on, and if you've used other brands before, you probably had this happen where you go to crank down this top strap, and for me, I like to get my straps as tight as I can. But a lot of times you go to crank down this top strap, and this Velcro part will bind up, and then you got to kind of lift it up and redo that. Well, the way that slide lock works is that, let's say you just have it here, it's one directional, so it'll slide shut, but then it locks. It's not going to open back up. So when you do this upper strap, you can have that Velcro just barely overlapping, or that cuff, but then when I go to strap that down, it'll just slide over and locks into place. And they've also updated here on the top. They're using this kind of neoprene elastic material that is there to, one, expand if you have larger calves, just to give a more comfortable fit, but also just try and give the best seal possible, you know, for your off-road riding, things like that, to keep dirt, debris, things like that out of the boot. I do also want to point out, this is not just meant to be an off-road boot, okay? There's plenty of Chris Kiefer, 99.999% motocross rider. He's been wearing these, and he actually really says he really likes these boots. So doesn't just have to be, it's not just an off-road boot because you have that stitched on sole. Look, Gaerne has been using that stitched on sole forever. CD's got an option as well, so it really just depends on your preference. Now, if we look at the back here, so a couple things I noticed right away is lots of reinforcement here in the heel, and then they have this rear torsion blade that comes up. So this is to help limit your forward and rear flexion. Again, just give you more support for the ankle and for hyperflexion. So as I kind of bend this boot back, you can see that blade goes up, but it eventually hits a stopping point. And again, that's just there to help reduce or limit the amount of flexion that your ankle is going to have. All right, let's talk about the sole here. We already talked about the replaceable sole. It's a Goodyear sole, very, very durable, and it's a dual compound. So they're using a firmer compound in the arch of the foot where boots tend to wear out the quickest, but they've extended that to where that does come up all the way into the toe of the boot. So they're trying to increase the durability and give you a harder compound from the arch all the way up. And then again, they are using a little bit different durometer in different parts of the sole. Now, here's that drawback that I was talking about earlier. You know, Chris Kiefer, again, getting his feedback. What he mentions is that this sole, it is very durable, but because it is such a firm compound, it doesn't have the peg feel as the 5.5 does. Now, I'm very picky on peg feel. That's one of the things that I like the most in any boot. I can get used to any boot, but I like a boot that just makes me feel like I'm very connected to the pegs. So that is one drawback that you're gonna have with this sole to the 5.5. It's just not gonna offer as much feel. And also another difference you're gonna notice too is just with the sole design in general. So on the 5.5, the sole is basically just flat, and then all the grooves and things are, if I'm explaining this correctly, cut into the sole, whereas all the tread on this sticks out. And so I could see that this sole in off-road riding, so if you're planting off the bike, logs, rocks, things like that, I could see where this sole would offer better grip in those situations. So for off-road riders, maybe that would help you, or maybe you'd want to lean towards this boot for that reason as well. You've got the steel toe cap on there. Again, it's gonna come with replacement one. We already talked about the replacement sole. Last thing I do need to bring up here is one of the bigger differences as well on the inside. So the burn guard from here, this insert, that's all rubber. You also have this rubber here in the ankle. And one other notable thing too is at the ankle, so again, I haven't ridden in it, but it does seem slimmer in the ankle area. And then they also are utilizing rubber down here. On the 5.5, this is actually just more of a hard plastic. It's not this rubber. And so this is going to, again, Kiefer mentioned this as well, this boot does offer more grip when you're squeezing the motorcycle because you've got all this rubber contact in the bike versus just more of a plastic material. So when it comes to just better grip on the bike, the 6.5 is gonna have the upper edge in that category. And this is the all new Leatt 6.5. Look, I'm glad to see this boot. I like that they have two premium offerings that aren't just the same boot with a different sole. So I'm just gonna do this one more time, quick little recap. The two major deciding factors that I think are gonna help you decide between this and the 5.5 is the fit, the wider toe box, a little less aggressive on the arch support, and then also do you just like the durability? Are you okay giving up a little bit of that peg feel on the bike for the fact that you're gonna have extra soles and you're gonna have all replaceable parts? If those are the things that are important to you, the 6.5 is the option you should go after. But be sure to check out the 5.5. We even did a premium boot shootout not too long ago where me and a few riders, we rode in all the premium boots, and the 5.5 was on the podium for a lot of the riders. So that's a great boot as well you should check out. Even check out the 4.5. Leatt's done a phenomenal job since they started making boots of having a great entry level, mid-level with the 4.5, which is a boot that, you know, when it comes to mid-level is one of my favorites. They had the 5.5, and now they have this. Questions, comments, leave those down below. We'll get those answered. To grab a set, click the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. You know the deal. We ship for free over $75. And if you want to stay up to date on product reviews or videos like this, get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. I'm Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.